Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone who still believes in magic. Life isn't just about the big moments. It's about the small ones that shape our days, our weeks, and ultimately our destiny. And if there's one thing I've learned in my journey, it's that how you begin your day decides how you live your life. Just like the opening scene of a film, get it right, and the audience, or in this case life, is hooked. Get it wrong, and you spend the rest of the film playing catch-up. Now I know what you're thinking. Bhai, mornings are not my thing. I'll start fresh from Monday. But let me ask you this. How many Mondays have come and gone while you stayed the same? The truth is, if you wait for the perfect time, you'll be waiting forever. The perfect time is now. The way you own your morning is the way you own your life. Think about the most successful people in the world. Do you think they wake up, grab their phones, scroll through Instagram, watch funny reels, and then suddenly feel motivated? No, they wake up with intention. They take charge of their mornings before the world takes charge of them. The first thing you do when you wake up sets the tone for the rest of your day. If you start your morning rushing, snoozing your alarm 100 times and scrolling through your notifications, you're already in a reactive state. You're letting life dictate your mood instead of taking control. But if you wake up with a plan, with a purpose, you're already winning. Imagine waking up with a sense of excitement, not because something special is happening, but because you know you're in control. You start with movement, whether it's stretching, a workout, or even just a power pose in front of the mirror that says, I own this day. You take a few moments to be grateful. Not for what you lack, but for what you have. Maybe it's your health, your dreams, or just the fact that you woke up to another day full of possibilities. And then, instead of diving into social media or emails, you invest in yourself. Read something inspiring. Listen to something that fuels your mind. Write down your goals for the day. Even if it's just one small thing, maybe making a call you've been avoiding. Maybe taking the first step towards a dream you've postponed for too long. Do it with intention. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking that motivation just magically appears. Let me tell you, it isn't. You don't wake up feeling like a hero every day. Some mornings you'll feel lazy. Some mornings you'll feel like staying in bed and watching the world pass you by. But here's the secret. Discipline is more powerful than motivation. Motivation comes and goes. But discipline makes sure you get things done, even when you don't feel like it. Think of your morning as the director's cut of your life. If you mess up the first few scenes, the rest of the movie gets chaotic. But if you start strong, owning your thoughts, your actions, and your mindset, you set the foundation for a blockbuster life. Now, you might say, Shah Rukh, I'm not a morning person. And to that I say, you weren't born knowing how to walk either, but you learn. Being a morning person isn't a talent, it's a habit. And habits are built one decision at a time. So here's the challenge. For the next 7 days, own your mornings, wake up with purpose. Move your body, feed your mind. Take one small step toward your dreams. Do this for 1 week and I promise you, you'll feel a shift. Not just in your routine, but in the way you see yourself. Life is too short to spend it snoozing. Wake up, rise, shine, and own your life. One morning at a time. Failure. The word itself sounds heavy, doesn't it? Like a villain waiting to strike. Dear God, like a storm about to ruin everything you've built. But let me tell you something. Failure is not your enemy. Failure is not the villain of your story. It's just a plot twist. A dramatic turn in the movie of your life that makes the climax even more powerful. And if you understand this, if you embrace failure instead of fearing it, you will unlock a superpower that very few people ever discover. The power to fail like a hero and win like a legend. Think about any great movie. Would you watch a film where the hero wins everything without a single struggle? No setbacks, no fights, no heartbreaks? Boring, right? The reason we love stories of success is because they come with challenges. The hero stumbles, falls, gets beaten down, and just when it seems like all hope is lost, they rise. Not because they never fail, but because they refuse to stay down. That's what makes them legendary. Now, let's talk about real life. Every successful person you admire has failed. Not once, not twice, but countless times. Shah Rukh Khan himself, he was rejected in his early days, told he didn't have the look for Bollywood. Steve Jobs, thrown out of his own company before making a comeback that changed the world. Michael Jordan missed thousands of shots before becoming the greatest basketball player of all time. The truth is, failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of it. It's the training ground where champions are made. But here's the problem. Most people are afraid of failure. They treat it like a disease, something to be avoided at all costs. And because of this fear, they never take the risks that could change their lives. They never start that business, never chase that dream, never take that bold step, all because they're scared of failing. But let me ask you, what's worse? Failing, learning, and growing, or never trying and living with the regret of what if? The biggest mistake you can make is thinking that failure defines you. It doesn't. What defines you is how you respond to it. Do you sit in a corner and complain about how unfair life is? Or do you stand up, wipe your tears, fix your hair, and get back in the game? Heroes fail all the time, but they fail with style. They don't let failure break them, they let it build them. Think of failure as a teacher. Every time you fall, it's teaching you something valuable. Maybe it's patience, maybe it's resilience, maybe it's a better way to approach your goal. The only real failure is the one you don't learn from. If you fail today and quit, that's a tragedy. But if you fail today and come back stronger, that's the making of a legend. Let's get one thing straight. Winning is great, but winning without struggle is meaningless. It's the blood, sweat, and tears behind the victory that make it truly special. Imagine standing on a stage, receiving an award, or achieving your biggest dream. What will make that moment powerful? The memory of all the nights you struggled, all the times you wanted to quit but didn't, all the failures that shaped you into the person standing there, victorious. Most people give up too soon. They hit one roadblock and decide it's over. But legends, they don't stop at failure. They use it as fuel. They say, all right, life, you threw me down, but now watch me rise. They don't just dream, they fight for their dreams. They don't just wish, they work. And when they win, they don't just celebrate, they inspire. So here's the truth. Failure is inevitable. You will fail. You will make mistakes. You will fall. But when that happens, remember this. Fail like a hero. Smile, dust yourself off, and go again. And when success finally comes, and it will, you won't just win, you'll win like a legend.